Good morning, everybody. Once again, welcome to my YouTube channel. Myself, SP sir, full form you know already, Shuprasad sir. Dear students, today, that is on 7th November 2020, dear students, in today's business studies lecture, dear students, as you know already that in business studies I have started your chapter number 9, that is internal trade. And in internal trade, number of video lectures I have already taken. In the last video lecture, I had started services of wholesaler, and I had covered the question, that is services of wholesaler to manufacturer. And today in this lecture we are going to discuss the services of wholesaler to the retailer. As I have already told you about the chain of distribution. Dear students, in chain of distribution, I have told you that first of all we have manufacturer, then wholesaler, then retailer, and then final consumer. Like this, goods is distributed to the final consumer. Dear students, as we are studying the services of wholesaler, so let's discuss the next part, that is services of wholesaler to the retailer. But first of all, let me write the formalities on the board, that is date, chapter, topic, etc. Okay, then we will start our discussion. So today's date, as I told you, is 7th November 2020, and it's our 11th business studies lecture. I have written in short form 11 BS, and it's our chapter number 9. Chapter number 9, and here it's internal trade. Internal trade, and in this our topic is services of wholesaler. Services of wholesaler. Services of wholesaler to retailer. Today we are going to discuss this one. In the last video lecture, I had discussed the services of wholesaler to manufacturer, and today we are going to discuss the services of wholesaler to retailer. This question is also we are going to discuss point wise. So let's start without wasting the time. The first point is availability of goods. Dear students, once again welcome. As we are going to start our discussion, attend here everybody. I want your 100% attention towards my words and towards the board. The first point is availability of goods. Dear students, once again I would like to tell you through board the presentation, the chain of distribution. This is manufacturer, this is wholesaler, it is retailer, and it is consumer. I have written in short form how goods is distributed means how goods is reached to consumer. We know that manufacturer, his work is to manufacture the goods. We know wholesaler deals in large quantity. Wholesaler purchase goods from manufacturer and he sell it to retailer in small quantities, and retailer sell the goods to the consumer in units, say for example single unit. So like this we can say that it is our chain of distribution. How that from manufacturer to wholesaler, then to wholesaler to retailer, and from retailer to final consumer. So in today's discussion we are talking about wholesaler, this one, the services of wholesaler to the retailer, and I have already written the first point is availability of goods. Dear students, in the last video lecture, as I had already told you that wholesaler provides storage facility, means this manufacturer need not to worry about the storage of goods. Why so? Because his work is to produce the goods. Manufacturer's work is to manufacture the goods. So he concentrates on his work only. So what does this wholesaler? This wholesaler purchase goods in a large quantity from manufacturer and he stores the goods. Who is storing the goods in large quantity? Wholesaler purchases goods from manufacturer and he keeps it in his warehouse. Same thing is in case of the retailer also. No doubt retailer also stores the goods, but not in that much quantity how much is stored by the wholesaler. So over here the point is availability of goods. Because of the presence of wholesaler, attend here everybody, I want your attention now. Because of what I am saying, listen it very carefully. Because of the presence of wholesaler, the retailer need not to worry about the availability of goods, since wholesaler is a middleman. Wholesaler is middleman. What he does? Wholesaler purchase goods from manufacturer and he sell it to the retailer. So goods are readily available. Goods are readily available for whom? For retailer. That's why the point is, the heading is like this: availability of goods. Means because of the presence of the wholesaler, the retailer need not to worry about the availability of goods, because wholesaler is there in his link and wholesaler purchase goods from the manufacturer and wholesaler sell it to the retailer. So retailer need not to worry about the availability of the goods, because he is damn sure, he is 100% sure that wholesaler is there, and whenever I will give order to the wholesaler, then at that time wholesaler will deliver the goods to me. So over here under this heading we are saying that because of wholesaler, the goods are readily available to the retailer. Yes, only he has to give order to the retailer, and whenever wholesaler receives order from the retailer, he immediately delivers the goods to the retailer, because he has already purchased goods from manufacturer and he has stored it in his warehouse in very large quantity. Then second point is that which we are going to discuss under this topic, that is services of wholesaler to retailer, is grant credit. Grants. grants credit. Dear students, what we are discussing today? We are discussing the services of wholesaler to the retailer, and already we have discussed the first point, that is availability of goods, and the second one we are going to discuss is grants credit. So who is granting credit to whom? Wholesaler grants credit to the retailer. How? Suppose I am wholesaler and you are retailer. What did I say? I am wholesaler and you are retailer. So whenever you will give order to me that I want so and so goods in so and so quantity, no doubt I will deliver the goods to you, but I will not compel you, I will not insist you to make payment on the day of delivery. What I will do? I will deliver the goods and I will tell you that keep these goods in your shop for 15 days or for 30 days, and you sell it to the consumer, and when the consumers will make payment, at that time you pay my bills. So like this we can say that because of wholesaler the retailer gets the credit period of around 15 to 30 days, or even it can be more than that also. It totally depends upon the wholesaler that how much credit period he is granting to retailer, but normally 15 to 30 days time is given. As I told you in my example that suppose I am wholesaler and you are retailer, so you gave me order, I deliver the goods, and at the time of delivering the goods I am telling you that no need to worry about the payments. You first keep these goods in your shop, you sell it to consumer, and whenever you receive the payment from the consumers, you can make payments to me. So same thing is discussed, same thing is over here in case of this point, second point, grants credit, means credit period is given to the retailer by wholesaler. That he means what? That wholesaler does not ask the retailer to make immediate payment at the time of delivery of the goods. He says to retailer that I am giving you 15 days period of time or 30 days period of time. You store the goods in your shop, and whenever you receive the money from the consumer, you can make payment to me. Next one is that risk sharing. The third point which we are going to discuss is risk sharing. Dear students, we have already covered this point while discussing the services of wholesaler to manufacturer, and once again it is over here in case of the retailer also. If you ask me the question, sir, in this chain of distribution, who is the person bearing more risk? So already answer is given to you in the last video lecture that wholesaler is the person who bears a large scale risk. Means why? What sort of risk? How he is bearing risk? Because he is purchasing goods from the manufacturer at large scale and he is storing it. So there is a risk. What sort of risk? There can be that natural calamities, there can be change in the prices, the market price, there can be change in the weather conditions, there can be change in the taste of the consumers, the preferences of the consumers, or even there can be change in fashion, there can be change in a trend. Suppose I am a wholesaler and I have stored the goods in large quantity, that keeping in mind that in future there will be demand, but suddenly there is a change in demand due to any factor, say for example change in fashion. So who will bear the risk? I will bear the risk because now the products have become outdated because of change in the fashion. Yes or no? So same thing is discussed over here, that risk sharing. Entire risk is not is not borne by the retailer himself. Retailer's risk is shared by the wholesaler himself. So next one is we are going to discuss is specialized knowledge. I am writing over here the fourth point, specialized knowledge. Specialized knowledge. Dear students, in case of specialized knowledge, we have to say that as a wholesaler is in the link. Wholesaler is in the link of that manufacturer. So whenever there is the case of knowledge is concerned, that manufacturer gets knowledge from the wholesaler gets knowledge from the manufacturer, that what sort of ingredients are used in this product, or what sort of the technology is used in manufacturing the products. So different type of information is received by the wholesaler from the manufacturer, because who has made the product, who has manufactured the products, ultimately that manufacturer. So manufacturer provides knowledge, manufacturer provides information, manufacturer provides all sort of the required information to the wholesaler. So wholesaler transfers the same knowledge, same information, or same that whatever he has received from that manufacturer, he gives that knowledge to the retailer about the product. So, and one more thing is there, what? That one wholesaler can be connected with number of manufacturers. So we can say that if we talk about that knowledge about the product, or knowledge about that market conditions, or if we talk about that information about the market, so who possess that more knowledge, who possess more information about the market, we can say that the person is wholesaler. Wholesaler knows the market in better way as compared to retailers and manufacturers. Why so? Because wholesaler is linked with number of retailers, wholesaler is linked with number of manufacturers. So over here we say that in this fourth point, that wholesaler provides specialized his knowledge, his experience, his information to the retailer about the product, about the market. Marketing support, the fifth and the last point which we are going to discuss is marketing support. Over here we talk about that how to sell the product, how to convince that consumers, how to explain about the product to the consumer, how to make realize the consumers that so and so product is a very nice product, and you should purchase these products, and it can satisfy your needs like this, and how this product is better as compared to our competitors product. All sort of this marketing support, or we can say that the information required to sell the products is provided by the wholesaler to the retailer. And many a times we observe that in marketing support services, the wholesaler advertises the products. Wholesaler advertises the products. This also comes under the heading that marketing support. Marketing support means what? To make available the goods in the market and to sell the products to the consumers easily, that whatever is done is called as marketing support services. So all these marketing support services are provided to the retailer by wholesaler. My dear students, I hope that all the 5 points which we discussed today, you have listened very carefully and you have understood it. Once again, I am going to recap my lecture, that what we learned today. Dear students, as I told you earlier, that it's our chapter number 9, that is internal trade, and in that we discuss the services of wholesaler to retailer. Total 5 points I have covered, but before starting the points, I told you about the chain of distribution once again, that is how goods is distributed. Manufacturer who manufactures the goods, wholesaler who purchase goods from manufacturer and sell it to the retailer, and retailer is a link between wholesaler and consumer. He ultimately sells the goods to the final consumer. And then we discuss that services which are provided by the wholesaler to the retailer. The first point we discussed today, that is availability of goods. Over here, to the point we can say that because of wholesaler, that retailer need not to worry about the supply of goods, about the availability of goods, because this work is done by the wholesaler. Wholesaler purchase goods from the manufacturer and sell it to the retailer. Then we discuss about that second point, grant credits. Over here I told you that wholesaler normally that provides credit of facility to the retailer, normally 15 to 13 days, or even it can be more than that time. The credit period is given to the retailer by the wholesaler. Then we discuss about that risk sharing. Risk sharing, as we know that wholesaler purchase goods in a large quantity from that wholesaler, and he stores the goods, and he then sells the goods to the retailer in small lots, in small quantity, means as per the orders of the retailers. So like this, the entire risk is shared or borne by the wholesaler, because there can be risk in the market, there can be risk because of natural calamities. I gave you the example that which sorts of the risk can be over there. Then we discussed that specialized knowledge. As we know that one wholesaler is linked with number of manufacturer, one wholesaler is linked with number of retailers. So wholesaler purchase the better information about the products. Wholesaler is in link with the manufacturer. So manufacturer gives information, manufacturer gives knowledge about the product to the wholesaler. So like this we can say that the wholesaler is the person who purchases knowledge, the entire knowledge about the product, about the market, about the availability of that substitutes. He purchases the knowledge about the competitors, everything. So all this information is provided to the retailer by the all this information is provided to the retailer by the wholesaler. And at last we discussed that marketing support. Marketing support services are also provided by the wholesaler to the retailer, means because of presence of the wholesaler, the retailer need not to worry that how these goods will be sold, because wholesaler is advertising the product, wholesaler is providing all that techniques to sell the product, wholesaler is providing all the information about the product, wholesaler is providing all the sorts of information which are available in the market to the retailer. So all these are marketing support services. So whenever any consumer visits in shop, so he is already prepared. He is already prepared that I want to purchase so and so product, and with that wish to purchase the product, he visits to that particular shop. So who has prepared that consumer, who has that convinced that consumer, who has that informed that consumer, and after getting the information or after making his mind, he is coming to shop. That person is a manufacturer, because manufacturer is providing marketing support services. So as a retailer, I should not worry about that how these goods will be sold, because already that consumers are informed through advertisements, already that consumers are convinced, and they are coming to my shop to purchase the products. Now I will provide, as a retailer, I will provide them that information about that product, and they will purchase the goods. So like this, I am sure that today's lecture you have understood. If any doubt, you may write in comment box, or you can call me. My WhatsApp number you know already, 9987326110, 9987326110. And if you want to talk to me, that number is also I have given to you, that is 9198985928. So dear students, that's all for the day, and thank you very much for kind cooperation. And chalte I would like to say that don't forget to like, comment and share my video lectures. Thank you very much for kind cooperation.